the last set in our 8.1 series, 8.1D. Let's start off with some bell ringers. Similar means same. They mean the same shape but different size. And what does perimeter mean? It's the distance all the way around, so all the sides. Or the sum of all the sides. You add up, it's like if you're building a fence around your entire property. It's the entire fence. Solve for A. So here, remember we cross multiply. 100A equals 25 times 36, which is 900. Divide both sides by 100. A should equal just simply 9. Okay, first, the perimeter of similar polygons is if two polygons are similar, then the ratio of their perimeter is equal to the ratio of their scale factors, of their side length scale factor. So when a question asks you for the ratio of the perimeters, you don't have to find the perimeter at all. If you already know the scale factor of the sides, then you know the perimeter. So let's say this is 1, 2, 3, and this is 4, 5. Well, no, not 1, 2, 3. And this is 2, 4, 6. Here, if I compare to the scale factor of the first one to the second one, this is 1/2. That means this is my scale factor. But if this is also the ratio of my perimeters. So let's try some of this out here. Let's say, first let's find my scale factor in number 1. You want to find the scale factor between the two similar, then find the ratios of their perimeters. So I'm going to prove this first part to be right. So here, let's do 9 and 12. Let's do 9 and 12. So my scale factor is 9 to 12. I'm going to divide both by 3. This gives me 3 to 4. So my scale factor is 3, 4. Let's check my perimeter. So let's do 9 plus 12 plus 15. And I want to compare that to the other one, which is 12 plus 16 plus 20. Okay, 9 plus 12 plus 15 is 36. 12 plus 16 plus 20 is 48. I can divide the numerator and the denominator by 12. This gives me 3, 4. So look at that. My ratios of my perimeter is the exact same as my scale factor. They are the same. So here, let's do that. Let's do another one. Just prove the same thing here. My scale factor, I'm going to do 6 and 9. So let's do 6, 9. Simplify that, divide by 3, divide by 3. This gives me 2/3. So my scale factor is 2/3. Let's do my perimeters. 6 plus 12 plus 8, all over 9 plus 18 plus 12. 6 plus 12 plus 8 is 26. And 9 plus 18 plus 12 is 39. Ooh, these are a little bit more. Let's say if I divide both by 13, this gives me 2 over 3. Notice this is the same. Once again, proving that the ratio of the perimeters and my scale factors are the same. Next part here. Now my area of similar polygons. If two polygons are similar, then the ratios of the areas are equal to the square of the two corresponding side lengths scale factor squared. So here we don't have to find, again, we don't necessarily have to find the area. We can just find, if you know two sides, two corresponding sides, you know the scale factor, you can already find the ratios of the area. So let's say if this is 1, 2, and 3, and this is 2, 4, and 6, my scale factor, I'll choose 1 and 2. It's 1 to 2. My scale factor is 1 to 2. And my area, my ratios, is going to be 1 squared over 2 squared, which is 1 over 4. So it's the number, the scale factor, each numbered squared. So let's prove this. Let's try this out, okay? We want to find first the scale factor, the ratio of the areas, and then the area of DEF. So let's do this. First, the scale factor. I'll choose 12 and 3. So 12 over 3, divide by 3. This gives me 4 over 1. So my scale factor is 4 over 1. My ratio of areas is going to be 4 squared over 1 squared, which is 16 over 1. Area of DEF, well, my area of DEF is, this looks like a right angle. So it's 1/2 base times height 1/2 times 4 times 3, which is 12 divided by 2. So my area is 6 units unsquared. My area of ABC is 96 unsquared. And I can check that this is a 16 to 1, because if I did 96 over 6, 96 divided by 6, this gives me a 16 to 1, which is my ratio of my areas. Notice that my ratios are the same. It's the squared of my sides. I didn't even have to find the areas. They're already given to me. So let's try another one here. Scale factor. I'll choose some easy numbers, 6 and 8. So this is a 6 to 8 divided by 2. Gives me 3 to 4. So my scale factor is 3 to 4. My ratio of the areas should be 3 squared. So 3 squared is, and 4 squared is 9 to 16. So my ratio of areas is 9 to 16. This isn't a nice right angle, but they want us to find ABC. Well, this is what I can do. I already know what LMN is. LMN is 23.5. So 23.5, that's for the first one. So that's the second one. So that's going to be my denominator. So 9 over 16 is going to equal my area. I'm going to call that A. My area over 23.5. I'm going to cross multiply, and that will give me my area. So 16A should equal 9 times 23.5 gives me 211.5. Divide both sides by 16. My area should equal 13.2, about 13.2 unsquared, like that. Let's do this next one. They give us we want to find the scale factor. Notice here the pictures are we have to make them correspond. The pictures flipped a little, so our scale factor is actually 3 and 1. We have to match the sides with the right side. So here my scale factor is actually 3 to 1. My ratio would be 3 squared over 1 squared, which is 9 to 1. So my scale ratio is 9 to 1. So let's find the area of the smaller one. So 9 to 1 should equal 41.6 over my area of the small one. Cross multiply. 9a equals 41.6. Divide by 9. My area should equal 4.6 unsquared.